Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are wading right into what I can only call the absolute moral swamp of daytime drama.
It is quite the quamp.
We've got updates from two major hubs of betrayal. Genoa City, from the young and the restless, and then the fashion world of Los Angeles and the bold and the beautiful.
And it's a fascinating study in contrast today. Our mission really is to untangle this web. You've got a heartbreaking real kidnapping driven by, a complete mental breakdown.
Right.
And that's sitting right next to a cynical staged kidnapping that's all about greed. And then there's a wedding that sounds so boring it might actually need a disaster to save it.
Okay, let's start with a heavy hitter, Genoa City. We're talking about the disappearance of young Dominic Winters. This isn't a random thing, right? The person who took him is basically family.
Exactly. It's Mariah Copeland. And what makes this so gut-wrenching isn't just the crime, but the psychology behind it. Dominic's parents, Abby and Devin, were just scrambling.
And the breakthrough didn't come from forensics or anything like that?
No, not at all. It came from a scarf.
A specific scarf. The one Tessa Porter recognized.
That's the one. A gift she gave Mariah years ago. And it's like a classic soap trope, the villain leaving a clue. But here, it's not a master plan. It's a sign of a complete break.
She checked herself out of a facility in Boston, right? Way too early.
Way too early. And now she's hiding out in a motel, just terrified.
There's one detail in the notes that actually gave me chills. She's playing I Spy with the toddler.
It's devastating. She's trying to keep him calm, but really she's using the game to mask the fact that she is completely, totally unraveling.
Wow.
And what's really fascinating here is that she isn't alone in her head. She's being driven by these hallucinations of Ian Ward.
For listeners who might be new to this, Ian Ward is a cult leader from her past. I mean, pure nightmare fuel.
Exactly. And he basically represents her deepest trauma, her abandonment issues. The hallucination is literally telling her to tell Dominic that his parents don't want him.
So she's projecting her own pain onto the child.
100%. And thankfully, the pressure it becomes too much. She breaks. She surrenders to the police, which ends the physical crisis. But the psychological damage, that's just getting started.
Okay, now here's where it gets really jarring. I mean, what a transition. While Mariah is having this genuine psychotic break, on the other side of town, you've got the Newman family deciding that, hey, abduction is a great business strategy.
It is so Machiavellian, even for them. Nikki Newman is orchestrating a fake abduction of Lily Winters. And the kicker, Lily is in on it.
Wait, Lily is complicit. That's the part I just can't wrap my head around. Lily is usually the moral compass here. Why would she agree to terrorize Kane?
It's just desperation. Lily, Adam, Chelsea, they're all trying to reclaim their empire from Kane Ashby. So they've decided to weaponize Kane's greatest weakness, his love for his family.
So they make him think Lily and the twins are in danger, so he'll just hand over the company.
That's the plan.
So on one hand, you have a woman driven to madness by real trauma taking a child, and on the other, a matriarch faking trauma for profit.
The moral compass of Genoa City is just shattered, and you can see it rippling out everywhere. Phyllis Summers is being treated like a total pariah Sharon. Actually called her a psychopath.
And her own daughter, Summer, cut off contact with her.
Right. Relationships are just crumbling all over the place. Sienna and Noah, too.
It feels like the whole city is imploding. So let's flee the scene. Let's go to Los Angeles. Is the bold and the beautiful offering us any relief with this Carter and Daphne wedding?
Relief is maybe a strong word. Underwhelming is what the consensus seems to be. The pairing feels really thrown together, and I don't think fans are buying the romance.
And the venue's not helping, is it? The Forrester showroom, again.
If you connect the dots, it's the hallmark of a budget storyline. When you see a showroom wedding, you kind of know the show isn't investing heavily in the couple's future. It feels so clinical.
But there's a silver lining for us drama lovers.
The potential crasher?
Please tell me there's going to be a crasher.
Well, precisely. Because the setup is so boring, the writers have basically rolled out a red carpet for an interruption. There's talk of an estranged relative, maybe an ex-flame storming in.
Okay, that's something.
Plus, you've got the shadow of infertility hanging over Daphne, which implies that even if they say, I do, the happily ever after is already on life support.
So what does all this mean? It sounds like nobody is getting a free pass this week, whether you're in Genoa City or LA.
I think the real takeaway here is about the cost of desperation. Whether it's Mariah's desperate need for connection pushing her into madness, or the Newmans' desperate need for power driving them to fake a crime, the bill always comes due.
That is a great point. And here's a thought for you to chew on today. When characters like the Newmans weaponize trauma, literally faking the nightmare of an abduction for a few stock shares, do they lose the moral ground to ever be victims themselves when real tragedy actually strikes?
That is the ultimate question.
Thanks for listening to this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.